Hi, I'm Liz Cully, and welcome back to Cool, Cool, Cool. Each week, I give you a glimpse into what I think is cool and chat with a ton of people that are definitely cool. No topic is off bounds unless, I guess, it's not cool. Welcome to Cool, Cool, Cool. Oh, God, that was so good. I mean, listen, I also very publicly have admitted my love affair for older, mature women.
Yeah, that's been my entire life.
Helen Mirren is so hot.
Helen Mirren is the coolest.
Very fuckable.
And she uses L'Oreal. Now, see, I knew she was the brand ambassador for L'Oreal, so I was like, I wonder if she actually uses L'Oreal. And as she was getting her
What do you mean, like creams?
No, like makeup.
Yeah, but she has to. She's the spokesperson.
Well, but she doesn't have to. She does not have to. Her makeup artist does not have to be carrying around L'Oreal.
That's true.
And she is legit. I respected that. In fact, I went out and bought some L'Oreal makeup just because of her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That says something.
I'm not saying I use it.
But like, she always wears stripper heels.
She does.
On the carpet. She always has a little cleavage.
Yeah.
She's got a little tattoo near her boob. She's got little tattoos on her wrist.
She's so cool. And she's so not what you would think as like, you know, an iconic British actress of the caliber of Judi Dench or whatever, because she's so kind of counter all of that. She's like, she has dual citizenship. She's an American. She does kind of punk rock things. Like, she's just kind of that person.
Yeah, that's great. She's giving she's very like Vivienne Westwood, like of that time.
Yes, Vivienne Westwood if she had a comb. That's basically Helen Mirren. Yeah.
If she had a comb.
She had a comb, set her hair, maybe put a roller in the morning before she left. Like
Little oil.
Little oil, maybe a face spray, a little bit of a tinted moisturizer.
But I do love that you work for a very business-forward publication and you get to do all of these incredible interviews.
Yeah.
So fun. You had the lipstick lesbians on.
Yeah, I
which
love that.
call me. I've asked you to come on this show 1,000 times.
I'll text. I'll do a thing.
Please do.
Yeah.
But it's cool because it's
I
always
love
through
that.
the lens of, I mean, unless you're doing junkets, but you have this business lens, which I think is also really interesting.
I mean, that was sort of what my thing is, I always think my curiosity drives everything that I do.
Sure.
And so, I'm very fortunate to be in a place, both in my career and at my employer, that allows my curiosity to sort of take root and go in places that maybe I can. And as someone who I kind of like call myself like an internet whisperer, as someone who like, I think understands the internet in a very particular way, at least my corner of the internet, which is primarily middle-aged women and gay men, that I know what to give them. But also, I think importantly, from a business perspective, those two groups drive traffic on the internet. Those two groups
and
drive
advertising
commerce.
and actual e-commerce.
Totally.
Yes.
And so being able to speak to them, I think, has value. And so having these conversations, I think, is good because it allows a lot of people to benefit from them.
Yeah. And you do a lot outside of work, which has always been something that I have also done. It's been confusing to people.
Yeah.
You know, I'll come in with like a crazy prior IP clause every time I get a job. And I'm like, sorry, I have this. And they're like, whoa. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
And you've got 2 full podcasts on the side, plus what you do for Newsweek.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have primarily my other thing is comedy and the Golden Girls. And I do a Golden Girls podcast called Out on the Lanai. And, you know, with that, it allows me to sort of, again, do a deep dive into an audience that, like, I think I speak to, which is what they want. But then also, on top of that, it just satisfies me creatively to have that. I mean, I'm not good really at many things other than talking. Like, that is literally all I'm good at.
You're very good at doing your nails.
Well, I'm very good at doing my nails. I can present myself. I'm very good at presenting myself to talk. But that's about it.
Outfits are cute.
Yeah, my boyfriend made this. He's a designer. I
feel like you're good at other things. Can you cook?
I can cook, yeah.
All right, well, let's keep going. How are you at gift wrapping?
I'm horrible.
Oh.
I'm horrible at gift wrapping. My boyfriend has to wrap all the gifts.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, I don't.
Interior
I'm not
design?
crafty. No. I'm not. I'm very much a word personality-based person. When it comes to like creativity, like artistic stuff, no ability whatsoever. I can do my makeup, but that's about it.
That's hard.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess, but I love it. That's also like the nails are my therapy, the makeup's my therapy. Like getting ready to be on camera is kind of therapeutic for me. I actually get excited about it because it like is my moment to calm down, which is why I like the Lipstick Lesbians or any sort of beauty content creators. It's that's what I watch, or that's who I go to calm down. I have a one Khaki on YouTube. Like I watch them to calm down, which is nice, but it also benefits me because then I look at least somewhat presentable.
You look gorgeous. That's so funny. You and I are actually really way more similar than I even thought. Or
I thought we were going to be very similar.
I did too, but so it's fun. I had lunch yesterday with a dear old friend of mine that I've known through media for forever, and she now works at a really big makeup brand, and we were having a biz lunch.
Ooh.
And I said, we were talking about creators in today's world. And I said, listen, for me, I watch like the only content I really watch is like Pixie Woo.
Oh, interesting.
Katie Jane Hughes.
Yeah.
Like the old school,
Yes.
Makeup artists.
Yeah.
I like watching their
God, I love Katie.
I know I love Katie too.
My
Katie,
God.
if you're listening, I fucking love
Oh my God, she should be listening. I think she follows me.
Okay, well, great. Can you like tell her something?
I think.
She comments back to me quite a bit. I'm like a nerd. I bought her
We
brush
message.
set like the second that it came out.
Yeah.
I love her, but I also really find quite a bit of serenity in makeup content. But I've always loved makeup. I used to walk down in like 7th or 8th grade down to Union Street. I'm from San Francisco. There was like the original Mac Pro store.
Oh, wow.
And we would go in there
That's
and smoke
exciting.
cigs and smoke weed and like literally kick it with drag queens and like do our makeup.
I knew I was going to love you. I have to say, I did a feature recently on Bobbi Brown about, she had her new book.
Well, yeah,
coming
Jones
out.
Road in the book. And
still Bobbi out. Bobbi is incredible. She's a hero of mine in that when I was a kid, I remember watching her on Oprah, and when she would come on to do the whole no makeup sort of thing.
Sure.
And I became obsessed because I was obsessed with makeup as a kid, but because of society, I wasn't able to sort of embrace it in the way that some of my girlfriends could. And so I would study Bobbi Brown to sort of wear makeup without anyone knowing I was wearing makeup out of shame. And then years later, I'm able to, come into my own, wear makeup proudly, do what I want proudly. And being able, again, because of where I work, to have that conversation with Bobbi Brown is huge for me but it also creates a narrative that I think a lot of people can relate to. A lot of people like me out there, other queer people, but maybe even some women who didn't really know how to navigate that, didn't know how to do that. And then years later to be able to discover it and to sort of embrace it proudly, and to then have me as their vessel telling Bobbi Brown how like influential she's been in my life, or how much I love just what she does as a business person. I think it's nice. And I think a lot of people can connect with that when we have those conversations. And she's just badass.
She is. I mean, listen, she like sold her name, which is mental.
Yeah. Well, it's not though, because I don't think she really had a choice.
I don't think she did either, but at least in the small interviews I've seen, she's like, that was a choice. Being that, it had a lot of ramification. I think you don't realize it when you build something with your own name. Yeah. There's a lot to win. There's a lot to lose. There's a lot that can change. So,
but in her book, I think one of the things that I liked about her book is that she talks about that, having that courage to sort of accept the things that you've done and figure out that path forward in terms of business, in terms of life, in terms of all those things. I mean, it helps that she's also like a gazillionaire, but like still, she's incredible and she knows how to navigate.
Change your name, babe.
Yeah.
Who even cares?
I mean, she doesn't even need her name to be able to have a successful brand. She told me in her thing, like, Jones Road is her next $1 billion makeup company. It will be it someday.
I've never tried it.
It's good. I really like it. Their tinted moisturizer is incredible.
Okay.
I just got a box full of their lipsticks, which I'm wearing today, a fan of, Nude Rose. I love Jones Road. I think it's great. And what's so funny about it, and I talked with Bobbi about this, is years ago, my mom introduced it to me because that was sort of the demographic that was going for it. And then over the years, Bobbi told me elder millennials, you're probably a millennial as well, right? I'm an elder millennial myself.
What qualifies as an elder millennial?
I think someone who's born like in the early 80s.
No, I'm mid 85.
Okay, great. So yeah, we're in the same territory of elder-ish millennial.
I think I behave like an elder millennial.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely do.
Younger ones, they're starting to go to the dark side of Gen Z for me.
You think so?
I famously cannot deal with Gen Z.
Oh, in what way? Tell me.
They're the worst.
I'm
Horrible
in a
voter.
relationship with. No, he's a millennial, I guess. Like he's a millennial.
Oh, we're out here robbing the cradle.
Yeah, 91.
91.
It's a 91 baby.
That's as low as you can go.
I mean, it's kind of great though because it keeps me young.
That's like just passes though.
It's great. I mean,
once you start getting into that 95 plus territory,
well, some of these homosexuals out here are dating people born in 2000.
It's disgusting.
Which is crazy to me.
Yeah, I was literally going to raves.
Yeah, I wasn't going to raves. I was quite literally going to Indigo Girl concerts, but I was still out and about doing the things. I was smoking, drinking, all the things.
Yeah, 100%. Gen Z for me, terrible voter turnout.
Oh, yeah, well.
Very anxious, horrible to manage at work. I mean, shall I go on?
What is what Jodie Foster said about Gen Z? I think she said it about Gen Z actors on set, just being like, they're lazy, they're entitled, all that. She got in trouble for saying it, but I love that she said it.
Oh my God, I love that my queen Jodie Foster said that.
I've talked to her many times. I love her so much.
So I just met her in person because her wife was a guest, Alex, on the podcast.
Oh, I love Alex. I've never met her, but I love Alex.
Do you know what show she was on? And she let it drop right here in this room. Silk Stockings. You're welcome.
Tell me more.
That's it. I mean, literally, I just was like ripping through.
Oh my God. Wasn't David Duchovny on Silk Stockings too?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But I know as a historian of
90s David Duchovny, full on spank bank. And I've told him such. I interviewed him.
What's he like now?
He's great. He's delightful.
But you're not going to tell me anybody's not great right now.
No.
Like, who was the worst Golden Girls? Like, who was the meanest one?
Oh, I don't consider any of them mean, but the one who had probably the most Henri personality was Dorothy B. Arthur.
Was B really the one?
Well, because there's that famous story and what was so funny is I remember I was at a show in New York years ago. Rue McClanahan was promoting something. I forget what it was. And I was there. And she would tell this story. She would be like, no, don't tell anyone else. This has to stay in this room. And she has a story about she goes to see B's live show. And at the end of it, they're having a few drinks. And then B says, come closer. And she goes, Betty's a cunt. And it's the story that after she died, it became the thing that she actually told everywhere she went. It was a story that both Betty White and B. Arthur were okay with her sharing. It was just sort of a thing that she would just do. And it only came out when she died that she had done it everywhere. And so, yeah, B. Arthur might have been the most Henri of them, but they all kind of loved it. I love that.
But that's like an obvious that B. Arthur was a little Henri.
Yeah.
I mean, like, who was the not, like, nobody who
I don't think there is one of them. I really don't.
You know, I recently just watched the first full season of Golden Girls.
Had you not watched it before?
Well, yes, but so long. I mean,
oh yeah, see, it's a daily in my life.
Okay, well, it was almost as if watching it for the first time as a 40-year-old woman. It was different, right?
Yeah.
So, and I watched, I think the first 2 or 3 episodes, and then the next day I went into work and I walked right into the TV critics office and I was like, you guys, do you know how edgy Golden Girls is?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think any of that would fly.
Exactly. There's so much on the Golden Girls that I don't think would work today.
Rape.
Yeah.
Gay jokes.
I mean, there's an episode where Betty White's character, Rose, it gets sexually assaulted by her dentist. And then she makes him dance with the water gun, like, for the mouth. It's so funny, but it's also like relatable because I'm sure that happens. No offense to any dentists, but I'm sure that happens.
Was she put under?
I think so. She had
that's the scariest. Gas. That's the scariest shit. The whole like going under and then doctors like fucking around with you. Yeah, that's pretty dark. But yeah, that's what I mean. I was watching it and I'm like, this is very edgy. Yes. And then I went and watched because then I got inspired Designing Women.
Oh my God, Designing Women. Oh my God, Annie Potts, Jean Smart,
so edgy
Dixie
as
Carter,
well.
Just so good. But what's different between Golden Girls and Designing Women is that Designing Women leaned into the drama. They allowed episodes to be serious, to have serious moments.
Yeah, that's true.
Golden Girls, and as a comedy person, Golden Girls always ended on comedy. It was never a very special episode. It was always a very special episode that's also really funny. And I respect that a little bit more than Designing Women, although I love Designing Women.
As I remember being younger, loving designing women. Which is strange.
Do you remember the Dolly Parton episode?
No, but you're going to tell me right now.
Oh my God. I've talked about Jean Smart and Dolly Parton about this. So Jean Smart was having a 1990 baby. It was like the episode was all about sort of having the baby at midnight or whatever. And then Suzanne wanted to make sure that like Jean's character had the baby right at midnight so she could win some sort of radio prize or something. It was crazy. Anyway.
Sitting here 8 months pregnant.
Yes, well, you should watch this
insane.
episode.
Okay.
You should watch this episode.
I should.
Because in it, Jean has, she has a dream, and in the dream, Dolly Parton, what was it? Superstar guardian angel or whatever she called herself, comes to her in a dream and says, you're going to have the first baby of the new last millennium or whatever the fucking line was. But it was like a thing that Dolly Parton was in that episode with Jean Smart. You have to watch it. She looks so good. Oh.
You recently talked to Dolly Parton.
Yeah, about a year ago for her rock album that she had.
I know. I'm very worried about Dolly Parton.
I'm not. Here's the thing. When that happened, people were freaking out. And I immediately related to it because my mother is someone that if there's bad news, everyone's going to hear about it and it's going to become her problem. It's going to become her drama.
Wow, I don't know anything about that with my own mother.
And so seeing it, when the sisters were all out here talking the things, it just reminded me immediately of my Southern mother who just immediately takes someone else's problem, makes it her own, and becomes a big drama. When in reality, Dolly probably just had the flu.
Well, she did only because we were trying to do something with Dolly as well. She did move her show.
Yes. I mean,
Are you going to go to Vegas? Obviously.
Of course I am. There's only a few people I've driven to Vegas for.
Who?
Actually, only one, and it's Bette Midler. She's the only one. Drove by myself on my birthday one year to go see Bette Midler live in Vegas, and it was quite literally the best $600 some I've ever spent, ever.
What would be like a surprising thing that's like very maybe traditional heterosexual male about you?
Oh, that's a great question. Ooh, I get along with straight men real well. Because I think I have all brothers, that, at least immediate brothers, that I think I understand straight men in a way that I don't have to act straight. I don't have to act butch. Yet, for some reason, straight guys like me. I get it. And it works. I don't know. I don't know what it is about me, but I get straight dudes.
I thought you were going to say, I can really chop wood.
I can't chop wood. I can't do sports. I drive really well. Is that a straight guy thing?
Like aggressively?
No, I'm just a very good driver. Is that not?
What is that? Like you're slow, like you follow the rules?
I follow the rules.
That's
I'm safe.
Very gay.
Okay, then yeah, no.
Or middle-aged women.
I have no straight male qualities whatsoever, although straight men love me.
How old were you when you came out?
Never really came out. I was always gay. I never really had to come out. It was always sort of, the joke I always say is my mom, when we were kids, would say to me and my brothers, when you guys grow up and have kids, and then she turned to me, or adopt. And it was always sort of an understand, because I was just this kid who loved Bette Midler and the Golden Girls and Barbra Streisand and Oprah and all these people that I was just that kid. And it only got weird for me in school. At home, it was never weird. I grew up Mormon, but my mom always says we were too poor to be conservative. And so it was a very open family, very cool. And it only got weird in school when other people made it weird. But the thing is, I had such an inflated ego that when other people made it weird, I was always just like, oh, you just don't get it. It's cool, but you just don't get it yet.
This is the dream.
Yeah, it worked for me. It really did work for me. And I'm not to say that I wasn't ever hard. I mean, I called faggot a lot and everything, but still, it never really bothered me because I always kind of found this package as sort of being my superhero strength. That I was able.
God, I'm so pregnant. I could cry.
I mean, I was able to be student body president. I was able to sort of be homecoming king. All of those things, while being super flamboyant in an era that it probably was not the thing.
And where in the South were you?
I'm in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, suburb of St. Louis, Missouri.
Are there a lot of Mormons there?
There are. Mormons started in New York. They went to Missouri, and then after Missouri, they went to Utah. And my family is sort of from that area of Missouri that Mormons went to.
What's your vibe on Salt Lake City? Real
I
Housewives.
didn't really do. I mean, I love Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I love. Oh my God.
Because they're all kind of bad Mormons.
They are mostly bad Mormons, and I can relate to that.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you still?
No, I converted to Judaism.
Oh.
Years ago.
Because of a partner or just for your own self?
For my own self. When I was a kid, I remember when I was going through the baptism process, that it got delayed a bunch over the years. And which should have been, because I had so many questions, basically, about like Mormonism and stuff. That should have been the first sign that I was a Jew. And then finally, a couple years into it, after my brothers had all been baptized, my mom was like, we just do it already. And so I kind of laid off. And the only reason why I did it was because the missionary who was like a part of my process or whatever was super hot. Like super hot. And the only thing that really got me off when I was in the baptism process, because they put you in a little jacuzzi with like an older dude over you saying a prayer and a young dude, the missionary, holding you as he dips you into the water. The only thing I'm thinking about in this very religious moment is that the top of my head is like 2 inches from his dick. That's literally all I'm thinking about. And that was the last day I was Mormon. I really think that, because I mean, I didn't care. I wasn't that. I only did it for my mother. And then when I went to college in Chicago at DePaul, and in my other years, I started to realize that a lot of the questions I had when I was a kid were like Jewish questions. And so I just assumed I would convert when I married someone or did something Jewish, whatever it was. And then I got cancer, and I went through chemo, and I had a lot of time on my hands. And so I decided to go through the conversion process.
Yeah, most people binge watch a show during chemo. Or
I did that a lot.
Okay, you did. What did you binge watch?
I learned during. So I had never seen The Sopranos, and I had never seen.
What a show to watch!
I know
during chemo.
Do you know how helpful it was? Do you know how amazing The Sopranos was to watch during chemo? My stepdad, who's Italian, loved The Sopranos, and I was always like, it's a straight dude show. Like every straight person. Oh my God,
it's so dramatic and insane.
It is, but every straight person will tell you, every straight dude will be like, you have to watch The Wire, you have to watch Friday Night Lives. Fuck off. I'm not going to watch either of those shows. No gay person is ever going to watch either of those shows.
You know what's really funny? I have never watched Friday Night Lights.
I don't get it.
Or The Wire.
The only reason why I would watch Friday Night Lights is for Connie Britton's hair, who has their own, like that is its own entity. That should have its own category in every award show. Connie Britton's hair is perfect.
That is so funny. Yeah, I've never watched those shows either.
Yeah, I won't. But I was like, maybe because I love Edie Falco and I love Lorraine Bracco. My God, I love Lorraine Bracco. And so I was like, I should just watch it. There's amazing women on this show. I need to watch this show.
Also, hate watching Meadow is like so delicious and cathartic, I'm sure.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yes, it was. Meadow was an ancillary character for me.
Meadow was so annoying. I rewatched it during COVID. And I was like, oh my God, I don't remember Meadow being insufferable.
Yes, insufferable.
And like remember her like crazy roommate.
I kind of think she was meant to be, right?
No, she is. Yeah. And also like why did they name her Meadow? These are questions that I ask.
Yeah, I mean, good questions. But during chemo, I realized that I kind of like was attracted to Tony Soprano, and he's not my type. But there was something about...
You feel for him.
You feel for him, yes. And so that got me through chemo.
May I ask what kind of cancer you had?
Testicular.
That's rough.
Yeah, it wasn't a good few years there, but got through it, did things, became a Jew.
You made a lot with your time.
Yeah. I mean, really it was, I'm very much like a practical, schedule-based person. And so when I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have a couple of years here. I have the year of chemo and recovery, probably going to go crazy for a year. So like, I need to figure this out. And I converted during that time.
Wow, that makes me feel so lazy.
I'm also very lazy. I love being lazy. I'm really good at being lazy. I'm also really good at saying no to things.
See, I'm very bad at the pregnancy has been interesting because...
Is this your first?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
At 40 too.
Oh, that's exciting. How excited are you?
No. I am now. I'm just like ready for her to be, I'm like, come on.
Do you have a name?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm not saying.
You're not saying yet? Okay.
Like I'll tell you after.
Text me after.
I'll tell you after.
Yeah.
I'm excited. No, I am excited. Like
But are you going to be, here's the thing. Okay. There are some friends who have children who, and I liken this to parents or like people who have dogs. They become certain types of people. I have one friend, dog owner.
Let's be careful because my dog is my firstborn child and my everything.
Well, okay. But then, so I ask you this then. So when you're out and your dog is there, present, there are no other dogs, just you and your dog with other people in your life. And the dog does something that you view as cute. Do you then stop the activity that's happening around you with the humans to then point out the cute thing that the dog is doing so that everyone has to look at this dog doing something that a dog just normally does? I think that will be the type of parent you are.
Well, okay, here's the thing though. Maybe, but Ravioli's resting state is so cute.
That's what I'm saying, is that I find that sometimes parents, to me, a parent needs to be, I want to get that parent at that like second or third kid when they don't care about the lump in the head. The kid fell off the bed. Who cares? It'll survive.
I was a nanny for a long time. I'm the youngest of 4. I have a feeling like my whole thing with kids is treat them mean, keep them keen.
Oh, I like that.
They also will find me.
That's going to be
if I'm
book,
in a store.
Your parenting book title.
I know, treat them mean, keep them keen.
Yeah.
If they want my attention, like I'll tell a kid right now, like go kick rocks. You know what I mean? Get away. They love it. They can't handle it.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little bit more like not stern, but maybe stern. I don't believe in gentle parenting at all.
Okay.
It is a documented failure.
Yeah.
Which is why Gen Z is the way they are. I don't believe in gentle parenting. I believe in conscious, kind parenting, but I do not believe in gentle parenting. I do not believe putting your kid in front of fucking screens all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably going to be a little bit more intense than people think with me, but Ravioli is different because she's a sweet baby angel and she's also a supermodel. And I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Let's also hope she's hot.
Yeah, I mean, she probably will be. I will say
we'll see.
My favorite, one of my best friends, Carrie Doherty Bush, who I co-host the Golden Girls podcast with, and her husband Matt, they are the best parents in that they have never forced me to make their child a priority in my life, that my friendship starts and ends with them. And of course I will be there for that. I love that kid. I love their child so much. But they also know that, like, the friendship is with me. Like, they don't have to change who they are because of them being a parent.
Well, that's being, like, normal, though. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I mean, listen, here's the thing about Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Because we often get the question, like, do you guys have
LA parents are different.
LA parents are different. And okay. But all these people are you getting a night nurse? Are you getting a doula? I believe doulas are actually a construct of millennial rich white women having loser fucking husbands. I believe night nursing is another white women, like millennial upper middle class construct of like keeping up with the Joneses. I don't believe in any of it. It's completely insane. So, but that being said, everyone's like, do you have help? Do you have help? And we don't. We don't have family help. Yeah. It's fine. I said, here's the thing about LA, though. I have 2 groups of friends. I have some friends who have kids who I legit never see anymore.
Yeah, same. I have so many of those friends.
Or I have all my, like, real friends. I'm just kidding. Or all my close friends that are complete fucking degenerates and, like, still doing poppers on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I
like,
have those friends.
Do you know what I mean? And so it's kind of like...
But I also have the friends who are parents of children who still will make the time to go to dinner or will do the things that, and they'll work it. It won't be as often, of course, and things, of course, change.
But they'll make it work.
But they'll make it work in a way that, like, and I always tell the friends of mine who have kids, like, I'll become a present when that kid can have a full-on conversation. Like, I'm just not a baby goo goo gaga. I'm also not like look at the dog doing something sweet. It doesn't. I'm busy.
Do you have a dog?
No, I don't.
Clearly.
Yeah. But I also think...
Do you have any animals?
I had a cat that I loved very much, but he died. But I'm not...
You're not an animal person.
I am an animal person.
No, you're not.
I will say that.
There's no way.
But I'm also like...
I'm listening to you right now.
I don't want the animal to become my personality because this is pretty great.
The love that I feel in my heart exploding.
Well, see, I liken it to people who obsess over astrological signs. I find...
What are you?
I'm a Cancer.
So am I.
Oh, well, what day?
What's July 9th?
July 10. So I find that at parties, when someone, or anywhere really, when someone wants to pivot the conversation and talk about astrological signs, it's a replacement for a boring personality. It gives people things to talk about when they have nothing else to communicate. And that I
agree. If somebody's like low key bringing that up at a party, they're a loser.
Come on. I have so many other things to talk about than my astrological sign. Why does it matter? Why are we having this conversation?
Who do you like the most on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and who do you like the least?
My favorite is Mary. My favorite, just because she's so absurd. And yet, I also think I exist in life similarly to Mary in that in my friend group, I feel like people react to me in the way that the girls react to Mary.
So on eggshells.
Kind of.
Oh,
but
okay.
Also, like, I don't know. So an example of this is I'm a clumsy person. I fall a lot. I'm just clumsy and
Same.
I flail, and it's just a thing. And so now it's become a thing in my friend group where they'll hold my bags. So like if we're out shopping and I buy something, someone else will hold my bag because they know something
because
bad.
They're all Gen Z and you're an elder millennial?
Maybe they're treating me like an elder millennial, and I'm okay with it. I'm fully okay with it. But it's because I know I give off, like for example, if I don't think anyone's going to rob me of my cell phone with it strapped around my body because they take one look at me and they're like, that's going to be a lot of work. Like that, you know something like, and that's what I think my friends think of me is that like.
And you think they're that way with Mary?
I do. I don't think they want to ruffle Mary in any way.
Who's the least favorite?
Oh, what's her name? I don't. Whitney. I hate Whitney.
I know she's tough.
I mean, no, hate's a strong word.
Her feelings.
It's not. I don't hate her. I don't want to say that. I do think
she's tough to watch.
That it's hard for me to get into Whitney.
But are you current?
Oh yeah.
Because Brittany is sad.
Here's the thing. Okay, yes, I agree.
Because that episode with her daughter, I'm like, dude,
tragic.
You're like really
tragic,
embarrassing yourself.
I will admit, I like really complicated, weird people. People who
you think she's complicated? I think she's a fucking moron.
I think she's a moron, but I also think at least that gives me something to react to. Whereas with Whitney, it's just sort of like, okay, what trauma are you coming up with now? Like what? Like
I really want to get back a stripper pole in my house because I feel like I've really lost myself with Wild Rose Beauty and being a CEO. So getting tattoos and getting on a pole makes me feel like I'm back in my feelings. That is right for me.
It's too much.
It's too much. I mean, listen, I know a lot of them personally. Heather.
Ooh, who do you know personally?
Heather.
Oh,
and
love Heather. I love Heather.
Heather is the best that ever was.
Much. I was going to interview Heather, but it didn't work out because of scheduling or something. But on my end, it was
You flaked on my friend Heather Gay.
You know who I flaked on the other day? Can I share this?
Yeah,
can I share
please
this?
give me something that's not just happy-go-lucky. Come on, H.Alan.
I was really upset because I didn't want to flake, but I just couldn't do it time-wise. John Stamos. Like my schedule did not work with John Stamos' schedule, and it actually made me upset.
Because you got to work around his Disney schedule.
I mean, listen, I'm a Disney person.
Oh, that's right. I saw that.
Yes.
You are a Disney adult.
I am a Disney person. I will go to Disney.
And yet you don't like animals.
Yeah.
And you don't like children.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the Disney adult thing.
What about it? Break this down for me.
Okay. I just don't get the being around Gen Pop at an amusement park like that.
Break down Gen Pop. What are you referring to?
All the people in the amusement park.
Okay.
General population.
General population.
It's too much.
Okay.
Also, like, I just, it's such a particular type of interest.
Yeah.
Like, do you watch a lot of Disney movies?
Yeah, I would say I do, actually.
Like, you go back and rewatch?
Yeah, I do.
Like, what's your favorite Disney movie of all time?
Well, it depends. Are we talking Pixar or are we talking Disney? Because in terms of animated films, it's going to be
Let's
Beauty
just
and the
go
Beast.
Disney. I don't understand.
It's going to be Beauty and the Beast, but a Pixar one, that's a harder. Coco is hard. That's my boyfriend and I's first film we saw together. And so that helped.
I took 2 edibles on a fucking, that awful 7 a.m. JFK to LAX Delta flight, and I was still kind of drunk, and I watched Coco and literally sobbed.
Can I tell you about a horrible edible experience I literally just had?
Let's hear it. I'm fucking stone cold sober, white knuckling life these days. Give it to me.
I usually am a Xanax girl on a flight.
Really?
I love
on a
Xanax.
flight.
I'm not a good flyer. I fly a lot, but I'm not a good flyer. And the anxiety that comes up. But
okay.
I was like doing an LA thing where I'm going to be like, I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to do something natural. I'm going to do an edible.
Do you take edibles a lot?
I don't.
So you thought being confined on a plane in the air was the time to do it?
Well, I went to the shop and I walked in. Again, this is another example of me being Mary in real life. I am a walking Nathan Lane in the birdcage. I walked into this edible shop, whatever it's called, and I was like, I have anxiety. I need a gummy for a plane ride that I need it for. And they helped me. They gave me the thing. I didn't even look at the price. I gave them. Actually, no. I had to get an ATM, so I just gave them
Cash.
money. And then I left, and I got on the flight, and it was only a 3.5-hour flight. So I was like,
all of this is not planned correctly.
well, okay. Let me tell you.
Where were you even going?
I was going to the Midwest, and
oh my God.
I took the edible, and it was quite literally the most terrifying flight of my life. Not because of the edible,
Did you
but
eat
because
the whole thing?
I ate the whole thing, yes. And that was fine. That part was fine. It wasn't strong enough is my problem. The flight was the scariest flight I've ever been on in my life.
Turbulence?
Worse, I can't even qualify it as turbulence. It was actual, like, going through a storm. It felt like the plane was dipping to the ground. Like, it wasn't even shaking. It was dipping. There was a woman next to me. My boyfriend was in the middle seat. The woman across from us, because my boyfriend was just like white knuckle. Like, he was just like on the chair. And I was holding the hand of the woman at the window. And she was crying and I was crying. It was so scary. Last time I'm ever taking an edible. I'm Xanaxing it all the way from now on.
I mean, I think you should take edibles, just not on a plane.
Yeah, I don't know. I also took it to sleep. They gave me one to sleep, and I stayed awake.
We can talk about this offline.
Okay, yeah.
I can help with this.
Please help with me.
But, okay, yeah, I think Coco's the best Pixar.
Yes.
I would say...
Beauty and the Beast holds a special place because of childhood.
I would say also same. I would say Beauty and the Beast is tale as old as time. Like, that's a strong one for me. I did love Little Mermaid deeply.
Yeah. Little Mermaid is special for me too.
Alice in Wonderland I always really enjoyed.
Oh, Cinderella.
Cinderella was strong.
God.
Yeah.
101 Dalmatians?
No.
You don't do 101.
I don't.
You don't like Cruella.
I don't care about it as much. Well, obviously Glenn Close.
Yes.
But no, it wasn't. Yeah, that was like, we're getting out of my age. Like, this is when I started to go really hard on like Kids Incorporated.
Oh.
And like, I wanted to be a famous person. So it was like Mickey Mouse Club. So I started to switch out.
Where are you from?
San Francisco.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yes.
I started to like switch
Great
out
Disney Museum there.
the animation. There's a Disney museum in San Francisco?
The Disney Family Museum is in San Francisco, right by the Golden Gate Bridge.
Weird that I haven't been to the Disney
It's
family.
incredible.
Yeah, but who the fuck am I going there with?
You know what I think it is about Disney? Let me explain the Disney adult.
I'm like, oh my God.
Let me explain the Disney adult to you. And I think I was
I did an entire episode of this show where I interviewed a woman.
Wait, who?
I'll get you her name. I'm free.
Please.
My pregnancy brain. I don't
you.
know. Who wrote an entire book about Disney
Oh,
adults.
no. Yes, I know exactly
That
who. Yes,
woman.
CJ Wolf. Yes, she's amazing.
And I did a whole interviewed her.
She's
interviewed
incredible.
Disney
I
adults.
love her so much.
My
her
friend
book
Mackenzie,
is fantastic.
Michael Eisner shut down the park and walked her and her family through.
Yeah, that's incredible.
No, I know, but I still don't get it.
You know what it is? And I talked with her about this. I also talked with a few others because I also covered that book. And great book. You should go buy it. It's called Disney Adult. And she also has a great YouTube channel that is like the source of her the Disney food blog.
It's so interesting. I don't watch that.
I'm sure. But you know what it is? I think it has a lot to do with a millennial generation in that we are a generation, and I think you could probably relate to this, that has been fucked over a lot.
Yeah.
Over the past 25 years, starting with, I would argue, September 11. Actually, no, I would argue even maybe the 2000 election of George Bush. And we have been countless times over and over again reminded that the system, A, is broken, and B, that we're fucked. And so you have, the Bush v. Gore, you have 9/11, you have the Great Recession, you have, I would argue, the 2016 election with Donald Trump and everything that happened around the disassociation around, and then, well, not even 2024. 2016, I think, is a very special one because you had the hope years of Obama, which I think a lot of millennials responded to if they were a part of that political ideology. But then 2016 and the shocking nature of 2016, and then getting to COVID right after that, it was just and then of course everything with the housing crisis, the student loan situation, all of these things factored into a future where we're not going to have the things our parents had. We won't own homes. We won't have these things. And I think that drives this, what I love about nostalgia and pop culture and sort of all of that, is that we're kind of fucked in every way for the future.
Yep.
So what if maybe going to a Disney park or watching a Disney movie helps me remember something that was good? And I don't think past generations have that. I don't think past generations had that sort of mentality of looking back. Maybe the 80s with the boomers, I could see that possibly being a situation where people looked back on the 50s before the turmoil of the 60s fondly. Sure. I think they have that, and I think that's probably the only comparison you can have in terms of generations. But nostalgia is really powerful right now, is really, really powerful. And I think it's a result of the past 25 years of U.S. history and how fucked we've become. And we're so all over the place that it's just like, let us have this one fucking thing. You know what I mean? And I think that's where the internet is. And I think that's where Disney adults are. But I also just think in general, that's where millennials are.
No, you're right. I can't move on from 90s and 2000s music at all.
Yeah. It's because
I really can't.
And there's a reason for that, I think. And it's because of the trauma of the past 20 some odd years, And we don't have, because you can't look to the future and be like, it's bright, things are good. And yes, you're having a child, not to be a Debbie Downer here, but you know what I'm saying. It allows.
I do. Trust me. Well, and that's also when I see people or meet them and they have 3 or 4 kids, I'm like, first of all, how rich are you?
Yeah.
Also, how insane are you? Or especially in LA, it's such a weird place to have a kid. And I come from a big family, but I'm like, I don't know. People are already before I've even given birth, they're like, how about the next one? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think having a kid, though, here's the thing. And I think a lot of people push back on sort of having a kid in this chaotic moment or whatever, because the future is whatever. I think because of the chaos of the past 25 years, it really has forced, I think, our generation to quite literally be like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to do me in this moment. I think there's a reason why you've seen the growth of, obviously the advancement in queerness. You've seen the advancement in so many different types of marginalized groups coming into their own, being like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to do me. And the society can have their thing. I'm just going to live in this moment and do me. And I think with parenting, it's kind of like, well, you're not going to not have kids just because you don't like how Washington, D.C. is.
I think some people are, though.
I think some people are,
and I think some people are like, oh my God, with, global warming. And I'm like, babe, global warming's been happening.
The environment is the one thing. I'll care about a lot of issues, but I just don't have the mental bandwidth to care about the environment.
Well, the environment's so bad. If you don't have the mental bandwidth, don't go there.
I can't. I'm thinking of too many other things.
If one more person is like, well, I guess alcohol is poison. We're not supposed to drink it at all. I'm like,
do you know?
Get a fucking life. What are you talking about? I'm not on meth.
Can I tell you my favorite drink right now? I'm not a big drinker. I don't drink a lot, but. And it started with the late, great Diane Keaton. Love her so much. So sad. But it shifted into Lady Gaga did it. So I started drinking iced red wine because of Diane Keaton.
Been there, done it.
Amazing, right? So good.
Chilled. I don't ice the wine. I put the glass in the refrigerator.
Oh, interesting. I like just putting ice cubes right in it. Just in it and drink.
Yeah.
Have a little moment. But then I read that Lady Gaga does that, but adds Diet Coke.
Yes, that is a very Italian thing.
It is so good.
But try it also with full fat Coke.
Oh.
Bottle has to be glass.
Okay, I will.
Yeah,
that's
on ice.
I will do that. I go to Figaro here in Los Angeles. They have a great happy hour. And I always get it there. They know exactly what I want.
Yeah, it's a very Italian drink. It's very
Are you
good.
Italian?
No. I wish I was. No, I'm a Kiwi. I'm a Kiwi.
Oh, really?
My father's from New Zealand.
Oh, that's wild. You
So
never
weird,
meet
isn't
people
it?
from New
No,
Zealand.
you never do. Because they're fucking out and about. They're
I'm
like
British, French, German. That's my background.
white person.
White. I am white all the way, 1,000%.
So as the empress of nostalgia.
Yeah.
What is one thing, a bit of nostalgia that's also like, you wouldn't know that it would, because the Disney stuff tracks.
Yeah.
Golden Girls tracks.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. But it does.
I mean, gay. I have a tattoo of the women on my.
Oh, no, I know. It's beautiful.
Yes.
What is something that maybe, I always like to see, like, what would be surprising?
Oh, that like nostalgic stuff that I enjoy?
Or just like something you nerd out on?
Presidential history. It's crazy. I know it's boring, weird. But that's what I started in politics. That's where I started my work. And I've always been a big history nerd, and presidential history is like a big thing for me. So that's how I relax, is watching like documentaries on presidents or reading stuff about presidents and the history. And it's not so much the actual person, unfortunately, all men, that I'm fascinated.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
It's
like
the history happening around
it.
Like, because to me, you know, like with film, I was talking about this recently with Catherine Bigelow has her new movie, House of Dynamite, and I did a story on her. And I really do believe this, that films are not made necessarily, they don't make the moment. It's the moment that makes a movie or a show or whatever. And oftentimes when something hits or is popular, it's because of what's happening culturally right now. And I think with A House of Dynamite, obviously, turmoil in the world, it's a very timely moment for that film, and it's a good movie. If it had come out in the Obama years, I don't know if it would hit. I don't know if we'd be as worried about it, because there was relative stability during that period internationally, you know, all considering, with the exception of Iraq. And so like, the moment makes the project. And for me, that nerdiness of presidential history is like more about what was happening in that era for that president. Yeah.
What do you think? What kind of era are we going to have a female president?
Oh, I think it's going to be accidental.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's going to be a vice president becomes president situation. Unfortunately, we live in super chaotic times, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. But also historically, if you look back, like, you know, shit was pretty chaotic in the years right after the Civil War. Shit was pretty chaotic in the years right before the Great Depression. Like, there was some, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of excess happening, of course, but there also was like a different president every 4 years before. People forget that, before FDR. Like, it was not someone that consistently had 2 terms and they went on. Wilson was the only one before that. So during the 20s, it was always like a different dude. And we lived in chaos before. Like, this isn't new for US citizens. And so I think it's interesting to sort of look back at more chaotic times and see how people responded to the chaos of those times.
Sure.
And how they lived, you know?
Well, they were on drugs.
A lot of them were, yes. Not even knowing it. Drinking Coca-Cola with cocaine.
That's you see what I'm saying? With a little red wine on ice. With a little
red wine on ice, just sitting there.
Just glub, 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 glub.
Cholera.
Do you think a Golden Girls remake would ever work?
No, but I do know who would be in it.
Thank you. Next follow-up question.
One of my best friends, name drop, is Alaska Thunderfuck from Drag Race.
We love Alaska, who actually, I don't know if she still lives there, but used to live around the corner from me in Glendale.
She does not.
Yeah, bummer.
I won't say where. But she, it's actually very close to here. But I'm on my Golden Girls podcast is on her network, Mom Network, which is part of Forever Dog. And we've talked about this casting quite a bit. I do feel strongly that Sally Field would be a part of it in some capacity, probably as Sophia. I don't know. I think Allison Janney would be a part of it, potentially as a Dorothy situation. I think Loretta Devine would be a part of it as a Rose situation. That leaves the Blanche. And for me, I can go in a lot of ways with that. I could see Angela Bassett as a part of it. I could also see, I could even see, Chris is crazy, but I could see a Jennifer Lopez. I could see her being a Blanche. She's of the age. Because she has to be a little bit younger than the other women. And J-Lo would be in that mix of what Rue McClanahan's age was.
Think J-Lo could be Blanche?
There's also that meme out there which pisses me off so much, where people say this was 50 years old as a woman in 1985, and they show a picture of J-Lo and Rue McClanahan, and I'm just like, fuck you and everything about you for putting this out there. But I think it would be incredible for that meme to become reality.
Yeah, interesting casting,
right?
Allison Janney makes sense. Did you see her ducking and dodging those questions on Watch What Happens?
Did I see? I interviewed her the day before, which that will come out soon. I'm probably already out by the time this comes out. I don't know. But yes. I asked her about, for Palm Royale, her character, Evelyn. Did you watch The West Wing ever? Were you a West Wing? Okay, so remember the episode where she does the lip sync of the Jackal?
Yes.
Okay. I asked her if CJ Craig had the Jackal, what would Evelyn have as, for her, what's her Jackal? And she said something about Frank Sinatra. And we started singing Frank Sinatra to each other.
That's beautiful.
She's amazing.
She is. She ducked those. I was impressed.
She is a genius. She is everything. Allison Janney is the reason, the start and the finish of everything. I love Allison Janney. When she won an Academy Award, it was the hardest year ever because it was two television women that I am obsessed with. Allison Janney and Laurie Metcalf. That was my Sophie's choice. She was up for Lady Bird. Laurie Metcalf. Allison Janney was up for I, Tonya. She won. Allison won. Obviously.
She was so good in I,
She was so good. She was so good. But it was, for every homosexual out there, that battle between Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird and Allison Janney for I, Tonya was our Sophie's choice. There were fights in the bars of America over Allison and Laurie. It was a Xanax-ridden time. It was stressful because I didn't know one of them was going to win. They were both in the lead to win. And Allison had won most awards, and I want Allison to win, but I also want Laurie Metcalf to win.
Also a great person to win, too.
Oh, my God, Laurie Metcalf is everything. But the thing is, Allison deserved the Oscar. She needed the Oscar because Laurie doesn't need the Oscar to continue on and do the great things that Laurie does. Allison needed it for the world to recognize what every other homosexual had recognized for years before.
True.
And I think the world opened up to the brilliance that is Allison Janney in that moment. Whereas the world's opened up to the brilliance of Laurie Metcalf. We accept it. We know it. She's there. Like, she's not going anywhere.
True.
Yeah. So I think the right person won.
It must be, the treasure trove of memories that you have in that beautiful coif underneath that coif.
There's so much. The hair-sprayed coif.
I mean, it's just, it's incredible, really.
The amount of time I spend thinking about middle-aged women for like long periods of time.
Well, if you had to pick like your fire lineup, like who are the three middle-aged women you'd want to be on an island with?
Well, I don't think they qualify as middle-aged anymore. Some of them.
Okay, well, whatever.
3 women, let's just say.
3 women.
Oh, that's so hard.
Who are you taking on the island?
Well, Kathy Bates is there. She's there.
Wait, can I tell you a really funny story?
Please.
I almost forgot to tell you this. So I got hired for like a couple of days when I first moved to LA and I was still acting to be Kathy Bates' stand-in. Jimmy Kimmel was hosting, I believe it either was the Oscars or the Emmys. And I had to go downtown to what is now called the Peacock Theater. And they did all these like this skit where like all these famous people were in the bathroom and the stalls. I think I'm remembering it. And I didn't know, they said, okay, you're going to be a stand-in. You'll get this day rate. You got to do the whole, 2 days, whatever. You have to act it out so that we can send it to Jimmy, and then Jimmy can kind of evaluate how do we move things? Because then the actors won't have time to rehearse. And I was Kathy Bates.
Wow.
Funny, right?
Oh, that is funny.
We have such a strong resemblance, especially when I was like 28 years old,
I mean, she's looking good right now.
She is. Well, we're both, I think, the same height.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's tiny.
She's tiny, but how funny.
I love Kathy Bates.
Okay, so Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates would definitely be
just
there.
to misery you at the end, before you guys die on the island.
More like, I feel like if I'm going to die with somebody, I want to be hugging Kathy Bates.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So Kathy Bates is definitely there. The second one, it's so hard, but I'm going to say Bette Midler. Only because
you've only name dropped her 40 times in the last hour.
I know.
Okay.
I do love her. You know, I have to say, out of all my interviews, she's the one. Her and Jamie Lee Curtis are like the tops of the tops, and they're the only ones who recognized the appreciation that I have for them and the long time influence they've had on me as a person, and then followed through afterwards.
I love
when
it.
it wasn't necessary for them to follow through, when there were no cameras, no
Jamie Lee
anything.
Curtis is like that. I've been around
She's
her.
incredible.
Yeah, she's quite wonderful to the people who interview her.
And more so, she takes the investment of time to understand the person and really get to know the person, which I really respect. I respect her a lot. But with Bette Midler, she did that. She recognized my love, and then she sent me all this stuff, and she was just sort of like, just appreciative of putting in the work, the years of work, in order to go into an interview with her and not only create something that was a good piece of work, but also that showed the respect that I think someone like her deserves in that capacity. You know what I mean? So yeah, so Bette Midler would be there. And then I'm going to say, because this is, I mean, I love her, but this is primarily because I think she would entertain us with lots and lots of stories, is Oprah. I think Oprah would be a great third person to have. I feel like she would lead everybody to safety in some capacity because she probably read it in a book somewhere from the book club. And I feel like the conversations would be good. She'd really keep our minds going. Bette would entertain. Kathy would be a great just buddy.
I think that's a good lineup.
I think so too, right?
You'd all starve to death, but other than that...
I don't know. See, I don't think we would because I have German thighs.
So they'd eat you?
No, I could hike. I could gather food. I could go for days. Like I think actually I would be great on Survivor. I do. I think physically lifting stuff, probably not, but I can sustain and I have a high pain tolerance.
It's hard to think about how we stop this interview because right when I think we've put a button on it, you say shit like that.
I know.
And it's really hard for me as the interviewer to be like, oh, yep, we've got it. And then I'm like, what are you talking about?
I can go for a long time.
I know. Listen, it's genius is really what it is. You are a delight. I'm more excited to find out that we have more in common.
We're cancers.
For the most part, other than the fact that you hate animals, I think it's really a match made in heaven here.
I'm excited. I love you. Thank you.